Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Words have power. The words you speak to yourself, the words you allow to live in your mind, they shape your reality. See, every day you have a choice. You can wake up and feed your doubts, or you can wake up and feed your purpose. And if you want to win in life, if you want to go further than you ever imagined, there are 5 things you need to tell yourself every single day. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits. It will throw obstacles in your path, challenge your patience, shake your confidence, and make you question if you even have what it takes to keep going. But here's what you need to understand. You are built for this. Every struggle, every setback, every ounce of pressure that comes your way is not meant to break you. It is meant to reveal you. It is meant to bring out the strength that has always been inside of you. See, the weight you carry today is only shaping you for the greatness that lies ahead. When you wake up and face the world, when you step into the unknown, you don't always know what's waiting for you. You don't always know how life will unfold. But what you do know is that you have survived everything that has ever tried to break you. You have made it through moments that felt impossible. You have endured pain that should have left you shattered. You have faced storms that tried to drown you. And yet here you are, standing, breathing, pushing forward, because you are built for this. Strength is not just about muscles. It's not just about power. Strength is in your mind. Strength is in your heart. Strength is in the way you rise every time you fall. Strength is in the way you refuse to quit when everything in you is telling you to stop. See, life does not reward the weak-hearted. It does not hand out success to those who are unwilling to fight for it. Life respects the ones who refuse to be defeated. Life moves out of the way for those who refuse to be moved. Think about all the moments when you wanted to give up. Think about all the times you doubted yourself. Think about the nights when fear kept you awake, when failure seemed permanent, when pain felt unbearable. But you got through it. You found a way. You pushed forward even when you had nothing left to give. Because there is something inside you that will not let you quit. There is a fire, a hunger, a spirit that will not be broken. And that is proof that you are built for this. Every champion, every leader, every legend has faced moments of struggle. They have all reached points where they questioned themselves, where they wondered if they had the strength to keep going. But the difference between those who rise and those who fall is not talent. It's not luck. It's belief. It's the unshakable understanding that no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times they get knocked down, they will always get back up. Because they are built for this. Dreams are not just wishes. They are not just fleeting thoughts that pass through your mind and disappear. Dreams are the blueprint of your purpose. They are the vision that pulls you forward, the fire that burns inside you, the reason you wake up every morning with a desire for more. But dreams do not come easy. They do not fall into your lap. They do not become reality simply because you want them to. They require work, they demand sacrifice, they test your patience, they challenge your resilience. And if you are not willing to fight for them, you will never see them come to life. Every great achievement, every success story, every breakthrough in history has one thing in common. Someone refused to give up. Someone believed in their dreams so deeply that they were willing to face rejection, endure failure, and push through pain just to see it through. Because dreams don't belong to the weak. They don't belong to the ones who quit at the first sign of difficulty. They belong to the warriors, They belong to the ones who are willing to fight every single day, even when the odds are against them, even when no one else believes in them, even when everything in them is screaming to quit. You will be tested, that's a guarantee. You will face obstacles you never saw coming. You will have moments of doubt so strong that they make you question if your dream is even possible. You will feel the weight of failure pressing down on you, trying to convince you that it's easier to walk away, that maybe this dream just wasn't meant for you. But let me tell you something, that is the moment that separates the dreamers from the achievers. That is the moment that defines whether your dream will stay a fantasy or become your reality, because the truth is, the people who make it are not always the most talented. They are not always the smartest. They are not always the ones with the best resources. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who fight. See, the world will try to tell you that your dream is too big, that it's unrealistic, that you should settle for something smaller, something safer, something more practical. But let me ask you this. Who are they to decide the limits of your potential? Who are they to tell you what you are capable of? They are not the ones who see your vision. They are not the ones who feel that fire inside you. They are not the ones who have to live with the regret of giving up. That is why you cannot let their doubts become your reality. You cannot let their fears define your future. Your dream is your responsibility. No one else will fight for it the way you will. No one else will sacrifice for it the way you must. No one else will believe in it with the same passion, the same urgency, the same commitment. That is why you have to protect it. You have to nurture it. You have to fight for it, even on the days when you feel like you have nothing left to give. Because let me tell you something, the moment you stop fighting for your dream is the moment you allow the world to decide your fate. And if you let that happen, you will spend the rest of your life wondering, what if? There is nothing more dangerous than getting comfortable. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Comfort is where ambition fades away. Comfort is where potential is wasted, where people trade greatness for mediocrity, where they let fear and doubt talk them out of everything they were meant to become. But I refuse. I refuse to settle for less than my potential. See, there is something inside of me that will not allow me to accept good enough. There is something inside of me that will not let me stay in the same place year after year, knowing that I could be doing more, that I could be achieving more, that I could be living at a higher level. Because settling is a slow death. It may not happen all at once. It starts small. It starts with excuses. It starts with procrastination. It starts with convincing yourself that you have plenty of time, that you can do it later, that maybe you're asking too much of yourself. And before you know it, years have passed and you are standing in the same place, living a life far below what you were meant for. I refuse to let that happen. I refuse to wake up one day and realize that I never became who I was supposed to be. I refuse to look back and see wasted potential, missed opportunities, and dreams that never made it past my imagination, because I know what's inside of me. I know what I am capable of, and I know that if I give anything less than my best, I am cheating myself. I am robbing myself of the future that I was created for. See, the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not luck, it's not talent, it's not intelligence, it's hunger. It's the refusal to accept anything less than excellence. It's waking up every day and demanding more of yourself. It's pushing past the fear, the doubt, the fatigue, the voices telling you that you should be satisfied with what you have, because deep down you know the truth. You know that you were made for more. You know that there is another level inside of you, a level of greatness that you have not yet tapped into. And the only thing standing between you and that greatness is the decision to chase it with everything you have. Life will try to convince you that you are powerless, that the circumstances you were born into define you, that the challenges you face are bigger than you, that the odds stacked against you mean you should lower your expectations. But I refuse to believe that. I refuse to accept that my future is not in my hands, because I control my own destiny. I am not a victim of circumstance. I am not a prisoner to my past. I am not bound by the limits that others try to place on me. I am the author of my own story. I decide how this plays out. I decide whether I rise or fall. I decide how much effort I put in, how much sacrifice I am willing to make, how far I am willing to push myself. And that means I decide my future. That means I refuse to sit back and let life happen to me. I refuse to wait for an opportunity to come knocking. I refuse to hope that success will find me. I refuse to stand still while time moves forward. Because my destiny is not written by luck. It is written by my actions. See, there are two kinds of people in this world, those who wait and those who take action, those who make excuses and those who make things happen. And I have already made my choice. I have chosen to take control. I have chosen to take full responsibility for where I am and where I am going, because as long as I believe that someone else is in control of my future, I will never have the power to change it. As long as I believe that life is just happening to me, I will never take the steps necessary to create the life I truly want. And I refuse to give my power away. I refuse to let someone else dictate what I can or cannot become. I know the road will not be easy. I know there will be obstacles. I know there will be moments where I question everything, moments where I wonder if I have what it takes, moments where I feel like I am losing the battle. But I also know that nothing can stop a person who refuses to be stopped. I know that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every setback is a lesson. Every failure is a stepping stone. Because I am not just going through life, I am building my life. I am shaping my future with every decision I make. And every single day I wake up with a choice. Do I take a step toward my destiny, or do I stand still and let the world decide for me? I do not have to go searching for greatness. I do not have to wait for permission to be great. I do not have to look outside of myself for something that has been within me all along, because greatness is already in me. It is not something I have to earn. It is not something I have to chase. It is not something reserved for the select few. It is already here. It is already mine. But the question is, will I rise to meet it? Will I step into it? Will I do what is necessary to bring it out, to sharpen it, to make it undeniable? See, too many people live their entire lives never realizing the power that was inside of them all along. They let doubt bury their potential. They let fear convince them they are not capable. They let failure make them believe they are not worthy. And so they stay small. They shrink themselves. They let their greatness go to waste because they never had the courage to claim it. But I refuse. I refuse to let my own mind hold me back. I refuse to let fear rob me of my destiny. I refuse to let the voice of doubt drown out the truth that I already know. I was born for more. I may not always feel it, I may not always see it. There will be days when the weight of my struggles makes me question everything. There will be days when failure tries to convince me that maybe I was wrong, that maybe I should settle, that maybe I am reaching too high. But those are the moments that separate the ones who truly step into their greatness from the ones who let it slip away. Because greatness is not about how you feel in the moment. It is about how you respond when the moment is hard. It is about whether you push forward even when doubt is whispering in your ear. It is about whether you get back up after life knocks you down. Because greatness does not just show up when things are easy. It reveals itself when you refuse to quit. I was not put on this earth to play small. I was not given this life to stay stuck in mediocrity. I was created to be great, not in some distant future, not when everything is perfect, not when the conditions are just right, but right now. Because greatness is not a destination, it is a decision. It is not something you arrive at one day, it is something you choose to walk in. Something you choose to embody, something you choose to own every single day. And that choice is mine.